Hello, friends and neighbors. Swaggy Man Piper 1926 here. I know, I'm up to a month again or past. Other things, folks. Other things just kind of take it over. Um, Especially to be able to do a porch video. The smoking my Savinelli. I'm not sure what the actual Italian pronunciation would be, but I'm gonna call it an Ondua, Onda. Um, this is probably the oldest well, it's the oldest or second oldest new pipe that I purchased. Like I purchased this new, brand new. So it's one of the oldest ones that I have. I think it was fall of 2012, I think. I think that's right. Um, if I was to try and clean it up, I don't know if it'd take the darkness out of it, but it used to be fairly bright, and just over time it has darkened. Because in looking up kind of how to pronunciate the name, it was one of Savinelli's ones that they offered as kind of a natural. And I remember when I got it, it was a very bright color, or bright wood, kind of like a varnish or a polished bones pipe. But I have smoked this quite a bit. This at one time used to be my early morning pipe. I'd had a fantastic smoke coming back from Beckley one time using this pipe. and it was at that time it was Dunhills, early morning pipe. And over time, it went from that to just pretty much a lot of Kia blend pipe, no aromatics, maybe a Virginia in it, very, very rare. But today's tobacco is brought to you by Donnie, the Hillbilly Piper. I am now, well, this is actually my second bowl. I'll explain all that here after a bit. But second bowl of Penzance. First time ever really trying it, or it was earlier. This is my third or fourth attempt to try and make a video. Just couldn't, just wasn't able to. I'd go so far and something happened, it would shut off, I'd shut it off. Just wasn't meant to be. So here we are. Second bowl. And, it's good stuff. It's good. I've been trying to figure it out. There's a flavor profile on it that puts me in mind of a GLP's blend. And I can't remember which one it is. It's either Quiet Nights or Jackknife Plug. And now, since I said that, I don't think it's the Plug. I think it's Quiet Nights, because I think that has the cakes. This is just a smoother, or to me, this is a smoother version of that. Very nice. I've been on vacation. Spent a week in Florida. It's nice. I had a good time. And this is the first of today. First lot of Kia blend I've smoked it about a couple of weeks, really, or so. Where the Latakia is pronounced, or where I've been. Oh, that's Latakia. I've been going through some of C&D's Epiphany. I let one of the guys at work, he had me over to his house. 2 weeks ago. Yeah, a couple weeks ago. Let him try it. And he picked up on the Perique. He picked up on it pretty fast. But I looked it up to make sure that it did have Perique, because I didn't have a 10. It was some that Donnie had sent me as well. But it's a good little blend, by the way. If you've not tried it, it's good. Very pleasant, very mild. But I never did get the overwhelming, I guess, notice, that's a lot of Kia in there. But it says it has a lot of Kia. At least I think so. I'm pretty sure that's what I read. But pretty good regardless. I feel like this is the first relaxing smoke I've been able to have in over a week. Maybe longer than that, actually. Smoked my pipe there in Florida a little bit, but wasn't as relaxing. Didn't feel as relaxing. Oh well. Vacation was nice. I needed it. It's been 2 or 3 years since I've actually had a vacation. It's good to be home. Spent a pretty good amount of time in the ocean with Russell. He got one of those old boogie boards and trying to ride the waves, and we horseplayed with it a little bit, and just horseplayed in general, and it was nice. I don't really make it out to do much swimming anymore. I just don't. how are you all doing? Everyone out there doing okay? Or making it at least? You know, I didn't realize it, but until yesterday, really, Kayla asked me what I wanted to do or anything like that for Father's Day, and I said, "Gosh, I didn't even realize that Father's Day's on us." She's like, "Yeah, it's Sunday," and I said, "Well, I think a nice quiet day at home or a nice quiet day." She said, "Steak and barbecue chicken baked potato at the house?" I said, "Absolutely." And lemon pie. Mm. Just can't go wrong with lemon pie, especially in the summertime. Doesn't even have to be lemon meringue. But I've been thinking for a while now. Oh, I'm going to use the word scrapbook, but it's not. Wouldn't exactly be that. But to make or develop a book, um, like put pictures in it and figure out how to type out a story and get it in there or something to that effect. Because I can write it out, but yeah, my penmanship is not that great. But something for later on that Russell can look at and have the stories, and not just about me, but I was thinking more of like my dad and even Grandpa. Because Russell didn't get to the full experience that I wish he could have had with hanging around and being around and doing things with his grandpa as I got to with my grandpa, or fishing and working in the garden and all the stuff that comes with that. And for us, or for my side of the family, or just families down here in general, I don't know about the rest of you all, um, where you all are located at, but typically it's very much custom, I guess, that especially when I was little, you sat around the kitchen table maybe after a meal or just to sit and visit, and you got to hear stories, loads of stories. My gosh, I wish I could remember all the stories. About my grandpa when he was little, stories about my dad when he was little, and I got to thinking of maybe trying to make him up a book with something like that in there. Because that's a look to the past, of just general area history for one, and then two, his family history. That even when I was, well, I'm probably younger than Russell by a little bit, hearing stories of my Papa Harmon when he was little. I didn't know it. Well, then they sharecropped. They'd farm a bottom, and I think it's corn. I think that's what he said. And they'd take a portion and leave a portion for whoever they were essentially renting the bottom off of. So, and that would have been back in the 30s. Matter of fact, Papa told me he never took a driver's test. He just drove. Because he said, driving, I guess then driving a tractor is just like driving a car. And he could drive a tractor. So, I can't remember if he said whenever he got out of the Navy. Sound right anyway. He had him print him up a driver's license. I think I tried anyway. Tell you something else. One thing about stories like that, it's better to start taking them down now while you're either young or while you got somebody to ask. Me personally, I don't think I've got anybody to ask. I think all the ones are gone. So, Something to think about. I learned something while I was at the beach too. We what was that? Helens, there in Florida. We were a little outside of Panama City, and we like to go to kind of like the state-run parks kind of thing. And one of them was something Helens, and I can't remember what it is, but you look around there, you'll probably find something. Anyway, they're doing work on that area down there, or in that little area. And to be able to get down to the beach, you had to like walk a mile and a half, which was, fine. But they had little signs along the path talking about the wildlife and the turtles and everything. One of them actually was a sign saying, "Be mindful of the bees." And you just seen that sign, and we had walked by it, or on the way down, and didn't notice. Just seen the sign, and I kind of looked around, didn't see like a hive or anything until I just on the way back. Sorry about that. Yeah. So seeing the sign for the bees. Turns out the bees were actually in the tree. Like there was a knot hollowed out and everything. We walked right by it, didn't see it the first time. Didn't even occur to us. Didn't see it until the way back. But the thing that I learned is there are beach mice. That was on one of their picture things. They eat some kind of oats that they're off the sands and stuff. It's really neat. Had no idea. Wouldn't imagine there was a beach mouse. I think I tried beach mouse. Things you pick up on. Folks, this has gone a little bit longer than I anticipated. Maybe a lot longer than I anticipated. Hopefully you enjoyed a cup of coffee and a pipe. It's always good to see you all out there. Hope you all doing well. Y'all take care of yourselves. Enjoy your Father's Day for if you are a biological father or an adopted father or whatever in between. And remember, kindness costs us nothing.